This K8NY calling CQ, hello CQ, calling CQ, hello CQ17, K8NY calling, K8NY calling CQ17, CQ, calling CQ, CQ17 meters, K8NY calling Kilo 8 November Yankee, K8NY calling CQ17, hello CQ, calling CQ. This is K8NY calling Kilo 8 November Yankee, K8NY Kilo 8 November Yankee, calling CQ17 and standing by for a call. Calling CQ, hello CQ17, calling CQ from K8NY, Kilo 8 November Yankee, calling CQ17, CQ. Calling CQ from K8NY, calling Kilo 8 November Yankee, K8NY, calling CQ. Hello CQ17, K8NY, Kilo 8 New York, calling CQ and standing by. One, two, three, four. K8NY testing. From K8NY, calling CQ17.
An additional map. What's this? Chat, Hooch?
Harmony 0, Victor Echo. T0VVE, Golf 0, Victor Echo, near London, listening.
Golf 0, Victor Echo from Kilo 8 November Yankee, K8NY, over.
Kilo 8 November Yankee. Very good day to you there. Thanks very much indeed for coming back to my call. The name here is Peter, Papa Echo, Tango Echo Romeo, and I see, Bob, we have worked before, so that's nice to hear you on again. And we had one QSO on this panel, over 2 years ago now, but nice to speak to you. You're good, Sick. I'll give you a report next time. Kilo Echo. Sorry, Kilo 8 November Yankee, G0VVE.
Roger, G0VVE, K8NY. I just moved up 100 hertz to tune you in a little bit better. It appears that you're operating at 122.1. So you might hear that shift in my transmit frequency as well, Peter. Yeah, I do see that we've worked before. And as I typed it in, I see that we had worked last time, it looks like on the Christmas train, I believe. So good to hear you again, and thanks for giving us the call, or returning the call, I should say. You have the name correct. It's Bob, and we're located in West Virginia. However, the station's in West Virginia. I'm operating remote, transmitting here from the state of Florida. You're 59 plus, 59 plus here, Peter. So just thought we'd give you a signal report. I am recording and playing this currently on a YouTube stream live. So we get to actually hear you and record you here. We'll turn it back to you. G0VVE from K8NY, remote Florida, over.
Yes, okay, Bob. Well, yeah, nice to hear you on the air. We, unfortunately, in Italian and German have decided to operate very close to us. But there we are. Thanks very much for the nice report, 59 plus. You're not quite as strong with me. You're about 5'8" with me. I seem to remember I may have had a QSO when you were doing this before, and I was very impressed then with the FTDX10 you were using, if I've got the right guy, because I've subsequently gone out and bought one of those radios, and I'm using it now, and I have been very pleased with it. It does, it seems to do everything it says on the box. There were some difficulties, but I'll come back to you in case I've got the wrong guy. K8NY G0VVE.
Yeah, G0. I'm trying to see if I'm actually amplifying here. I see my amplifier not indicating anything here. Of course, it's a tough shot here. I'm looking at my desktop remote here. Stand by one. I just want to do a test. Okay, yeah, I see it is amplifying here. I see I am amplifying here. 1, 2. Whoop, that dropped it off. Okay, we'll do that. Okay, so I should be amplifying here. I should have the amp on. Yeah, I don't think I'm the guy. I don't think I'm that guy that was doing a test with the FTDX10 or something like that. I don't have one, nor did I recommend that. So might be someone else. No, I'm just recording here, YouTube. And usually I was on yesterday recording quite a bit, and we had people get the opportunity to take a look at their signals as they were having a QSO. So it was great. But you're doing well here. You're still over the 9 mark. I have the preamp on the first level, but you're over the 9 mark, Peter. Anyway, I don't want to hold it if those people are interfering. We'll get out of here. But heard you calling and want to give you a call and say hello. G0 Victor Echo. All the best. Have a good one. And thank you. K8 November Yankee Remote.
Yes, okay. Kilo 8 November Yankee remote, as you say, Bob. Yeah. Your amplifier has gone off again. You did come up very nicely to you came up
1, 2, 3, 4.
and almost immediately you said that it went back again. So I guess you probably can't check it from where you are, whether the amp is in or out. But at the moment it's out again. There you go.
Okay. Well, I'm seeing it's in again now. It should be in again now. I'm seeing power over.
Roger, it is in again. So, well, I'm impressed that people can operate remotely. I think it's something I might have to do here. But we will see. Anyway, you obviously have some idea of what's going on, even if you can't check on the switches. Back to you then, Bob.
Yeah, I'm looking at my desktop remotely. Unfortunately, I don't get a good stream coming back from the desktop back to me. I wouldn't say complicated. My upstream capability for my digital upstream for my ISP service isn't that fast. It's only 5 or 6 megabits per second, which is okay, but I sometimes don't see. And I'm looking at it now. I'm seeing that we're modulating here. So and I'm seeing we're peaking 700 watts or so at the present moment. So anyway, yeah, we're able. In fact, if you go to YouTube, or this will be recorded. Oh, I gotta put the link. Thank you for reminding me. I need to put the link for this session on my QRZ page. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that as soon as we finish here, Peter. But thanks for the checkout. I do appreciate that, and we'll get this link up and running. All the best. Catch you again, and let you continue on there. You have a great signal, by the way. So congratulations. Thanks for calling London. By the way, Florida here, it's a little bit cold this morning. We're at 5 degrees C, plus 5 C. Bright sunshine, blue sky, but we have a cold area has come down from the north. So not too warm here. It's going to warm up to about 22 today, so that's a good thing. Catch you later. G0VVE, K8 New York.
Yes, okay, Bob. Yeah, okay. I've got up your YouTube channel on the screen now. It's showing you operating 20 meters, not this bad. And yes, your power kit is running through. And yeah, it's all good fun. I have a little little YouTube channel, but it's for my model railway, Oxdale 75. But it's just something I do when I can't do anything else. And it's about 5 degrees here too. But I did get up and play tennis this morning, so that's not too bad. Anyway, nice to talk to you again, Bob. Catch you another time. K8NY G0VBE.
Yeah, sorry about that. Sorry about that, Peter. I was in another screen. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I'm glad you played some tennis and have fun there. Yeah, that's not the current live stream. I'm going to get it up momentarily here. I'll put the link on my QRZ page. All the best, K8NY73. Take care, Peter.
Yeah, cheers, Bob. Have fun. CQ17, Germany 0, Victor Echo. G0VBE, Golf 0, Victor Echo, near London, listening. CQ17, Germany 0, Victor Echo. G0VBE, Golf 0, Victor Echo, near London, listening. CQ17, Germany 0, Victor Echo. G0VBE, Golf 0, Victor Echo, near London, listening. The Whiskey 5 station, go again, please.
Whiskey 5, Foxtrot, Yankee Radio.
Whiskey 5, Foxtrot, Yankee Radio, thanks.
This is K8NY. K8NY is this frequency in use, over. From K8NY, Kilo 8 November Yankee is the frequency in use, over. Calling CQ, hello CQ. Calling CQ, hello CQ. Calling CQ17 from K8NY, calling. Kilo 8 November Yankee, calling CQ17, hello CQ. Calling CQ. Hello CQ17.
WR trip.
K8NY, calling. Kilo 8 November Yankee. K8NY, calling CQ17, hello CQ. Calling CQ from K8NY. Kilo 8 November Yankee, calling CQ17 and standing by. Yeah, kind of sorry about that. We are between two stations that are splattering and having a difficult time hearing the stations calling us. So we're very sorry about that. K8NY, over.
Kilowatt 8, November Yankee, K8NY. From India, 0 Quebec, Romeo Foxtrot. You read?
I have an India Zulu. Try it again.
Yes, this is India, Zulu 0, Quebec, Romeo Foxtrot. India, Zulu 0, Quebec, Romeo Foxtrot. You read?
I have India 0, Zulu, Quebec, Romeo, but you're getting obscured by the splatter, over.
Problem there. Anyway, K8 here is India, Zulu 0, Quebec, Romeo Foxtrot. India, Zulu 0, Quebec,
I'm sorry, old man. This splatter from the below and above, I have to QSY this frequency. It's just not working. Sorry about that. K8NY will catch you at another portion on the band. Thank you.
Android meter. Yeah. Waterways at the top. It was a little bit horizontal, maybe 10. CQ, calling CQ, DK5 Delta Radio, calling CQ. CQ, calling CQ, DK5 Delta Radio. Delta Kilo 5 Delta Radio, calling CQ. CQ, calling CQ. Calling CQ, DK5 Delta Radio. Calling North America from Germany, Delta Kilo 5 Delta Radio. Delta Kilo 5 Delta Radio, standing by.
Walter, do you think if I operated at 18114, that might interfere with you? I hope not, over.
No, nobody's interfering with me, but thanks for the consideration.
Okay, we're going to QSY to 114. Thank you. K8NY, thank you. This is K8NY. K8NY is this frequency in use, over. It doesn't appear to be. Calling CQ. Hello, CQ17, calling CQ. From K8NY. Kilo 8 November Yankee, calling CQ17, CQ. Calling CQ17. This is K8NY, remote, calling. Kilo 8 November Yankee, remote, calling CQ. Calling CQ17 meters. From Kilo 8 November Yankee, K8NY. Kilo 8 November Yankee, calling CQ. Calling CQ from K8NY. Kilo 8 November Yankee. K8NY calling CQ17 and K8NY standing by for any call.
Yeah, okay, all 112, and you're giving us some splatter. Please QSY a little bit further. Over.
Roger, I do hear you. We will take the high road and we will get out of your way.
Thank you.
You're quite welcome now. All the best. Ta-ta.
Nice things today, over.
Roger, you are 5 miles in center of Italy, my city casino, Questel.
Roger, casino. My car name is called Cookstown, which is 35 miles due west from Belfast, Giovanni, Roger.
Roger, Massimo. Okay, thank you for the contact, 73.
23, grazie. Arrivederci, bye-bye.
Not hearing anyone, but good morning, Bob. K8NY, K5EWZ. Yeah, K8NY, K5EWZ. Yeah, you were Florida. You're a snowbird, I guess. I don't want to be up there in the cold listening and watching the weather up there in that neck of the woods. It looks to be pretty cold. My good friend W8YCM up there in Kaiser, West Virginia, was out talking about blowing snow with his tractor yesterday, and Sean up in Toronto has been out on his tractor for several hours at a time. He had a couple of foot of snow and more snow expected last night, but he was just trying to stay ahead of it. So comfortable 72 degrees down here in Sargent right now, Bob. Wait.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. Fine on those guys pushing snow. I suspect I'm looking at the photos at my cameras, my live cameras at home, and and talk to my neighbors. They only got 4 or 5 inches there. Of course, they're near Washington D.C. My daughter, who lives further west of us, about 100 miles west, got considerably more snow. They got 15 inches. So anyway, they'll be out on the tractor, that's for sure. And that's probably the same stuff that Toronto got and the people further west got. Anyway, yeah, well, could be a snowbird, but I'm not snowbirding now. When we got up this morning, it was a balmy 39 degrees. Last time I just checked about 15 minutes ago, it was 41 here. Over.
My. Hey, I've got YouTube on. Where are you live streaming, Bob? Wait.
If you go to my QRZ, there's a link right at the top. It says live broadcast YouTube. Hit that link. You'll be right on the broadcast. Over.
All right, I'm doing that just to see what it looks like over there. Yep, linked live YouTube broadcast. Well, anyway, I guess you're just getting started this morning, or have you got a bunch of DX in the log already? I've been packing clothes, getting ready to make a little trip. You may or may not remember, I do inspections on these cruise ships and stuff like that, and Sunday I've got to go to New Orleans, take one over to the Bahamas for about 10 days and then bring it back. But it's all work related. No tourist stuff there, right?
Oh, okay. I didn't know that, Tom. I did not know that. Okay, pretty interesting. Well, I'm fortunate to have been on a couple of cruises. I'm not a cruiser per se, but I met XE1 Charlie, my good friend John Paul, on the air, and he asked us to come aboard a cruise, and we did a few number of years ago, and was able to use his personal station aboard the ship, which is sanctioned by Royal Caribbean. So were able to do that, and then second time, and we had a lot of fun. So that's my extent cruising, but I really liked it. I really enjoyed cruising. You get pampered. Fun on doing the inspections. I guess I don't know what particular aspect you're looking at, whether it's a top-down inspection or a down-up inspection, but anyway, it sounds important. So yeah, you were about 20 over 9 with the preamp on off the back of the beam. I don't know what you're running there, but it's potent there, Tom. Over.
Well, thank you for that, Bob. Yeah, this is an all-ICOM station. It's a 7700, a PW1, and three-element stepper pointed yonder direction towards West Virginia and up over the pole. But yeah, XE1C, I've actually worked him from his station at sea. He was over in the Mediterranean. This has been several months ago. I had just gotten back from Marseille, France, doing an inspection over there. It was either from Marseille or from Cadiz, Spain. Anyway, I'd just gotten back to the States and heard him and chatted with him for a few minutes. I'm familiar with his boat. I've seen it several times, and gosh, just didn't know who he was at the time, but I've worked him. He sounded like a nice fella, and his QRZ page is pretty cool, too. He's got a bunch of neat photographs of his off-ship activities, if you will, around the house there in Mexico where he lives. Yeah, we the company I work for, we sell the little things that you use to run cables through bulkheads, especially below waterline. Obviously, you want your watertight compartments to remain watertight, and we supply the equipment that they use to run cables through bulkheads. And we also get to inspect draft stops, et cetera, if they're running a bunch of new cables and stuff like that up in the ceilings in the casinos or wherever. We inspect that, make sure they're sealed back up properly, and make a nice little report with photographs, et cetera, and provide that to the ship owner, who also shares it with CLASS, the inspection society that has got the overall inspection requirements for the vessel, and we're just a small part of that inspection. It gets pretty involved sometimes in a big project, but this is a rather small one, so it should be okay. Food's pretty good, though they don't feed us quite like they feed the tourists, but I eat well enough, 3 squares a day and a nice cot to sleep in and a little bit of TV to watch, so it's not all bad, but it's still work, Bob. I probably work, I'm working 10 to 12 hours a day and probably walking 10 to 12 miles a day up and down all those decks. Over.
Yeah, I can imagine. Oh, yeah, pretty interesting stuff. Yeah, we got a lot of exercise on the ship, believe it or not, just doing the walking. I elected many of the times to do the stairs rather than the elevators. And so, especially when you're up on deck 12 or 11, where we were, whatever it was, you can get a lot of steps in. I was getting a lot of steps on my Fitbit. So, anyway, pretty interesting. Well, I hope you have a good trip. I hope you have a good inspection time there, Tom. And looking at your signal, did you finally get to pick up the YouTube stream? Over.
Yeah, I'm looking at it, but I reached over and turned the volume down. There's just obviously a little bit of a delay between real time and what I'm hearing on the internet, but I'm looking at that screen. That's a pretty nice looking screen there, Greg.
Yeah, well, that's your ICOM stuff. That's an ICOM 7300. Well, I shouldn't say that. That's a generic screen from ICOM. That's the RSBA1 software, and that'll fit any rig, including yours. So yeah, that's a RSBA1 screen, and with the display, of course, 7300, not the not one of the fanciest rigs around, but does the job, as you can probably hear. I usually run my Apache Anon when I'm at home, but that's not set up for remote. This is the only one set up for remote. I kind of like ICOM's remote. Once you get it settled in and take care of everything, Tom, it really works well. It has 3 ports that it comes in on from the wide area network into the router. So it opens up 3 ports, one for video, one for control, and one for audio. And so it works very well and stable. And as you can hear, the audio probably sounds pretty good. Video's good as well. So actually, the video on this is better than the video on my remote desktop that I'm looking at right now. That you're probably seeing my picture of my remote desktop too, what I allow you to see there. So, but this is much more. This is quicker and accurate. Yeah, there is going to be a lag, quite a delay, quite a bit of latency between real time and what's coming up on YouTube. But considering it's got to go through my aggregate software stream made into a stream that gets shipped to YouTube, processed by YouTube. This is all on the fly, and then YouTube putting it out on the network. So putting that big stream out on the network. So yeah, there's going to be a delay, that's for sure. So, but as you can see, you're doing well in signal strength here, even on the back. Your 3-element stepper doing well here. Of course, I did in the interim, I did zip you to 180 on my stepper. You came up about 10, 15 dB, but I put it back to forward. You're still, 15 over 9 at least. K5VWZ, K8NY, over.
Yeah, K8NY, K5VWZ. Yeah, I wasn't, didn't want to step on my foot. I thought that was the RSBA1 software. I've looked at that before. And, yeah, I guess I could if I wanted to. But when I'm not home, I mean, I've got everything unplugged. All the antennas are unplugged, the amp's unplugged, the radio's unplugged. And I just play it extra safe. You know, we're down here on the coast. We have our share of thunderstorms and stuff like that, and just not in the mood, or I just don't want to spend the money on replacing all of this stuff in the event of a lightning strike, Bob. So when we're not here, it's unplugged, just to be on the extra safe side. Hey, I'll let you carry on. I know you probably want to chase a little DX. It's pretty good this time of the morning. I'll get out of the way, let you carry on. I might watch this and listen in for a little bit just to see what's going on. In and out of the shack here, getting some clothes packed and a few other things. But anyway, have a good day. Nice to chat again. It's been not that long, but still nice to catch up with you, Bob. Take care. Good DX. We'll see you later. K8NY from K5VWZ.
Okay, yeah, very good. Well, listen, before I forget, have a great trip. We'll probably see you when you get back. Have a safe trip, Tom. And yeah, fine on the RSBA1. No, yes, that is an issue for me. By the way, lightning. This time of year at my QTH at home, none, if any, lightning. So we don't worry about it in the wintertime. I do not do this in the summertime, even though I go out to visit my other family. We keep everything disconnected until I get a chance to mitigate that problem with some movable steppers and moving antenna connectors in and out physically and distancing them. We don't do this in the summer, where we do also experience the same lightning threat you do. So all the best, Tom. We'll catch you again. I don't know if I'm going to continue on here. The band's dropping down a little bit. I got a couple of things to do here, and I want to get outside a little bit. Let's see, what do we got on temperature-wise here? Where are we at here? Let me see. Let me see where we're going here. Just getting up the phone. Well, it did come up a little bit. It's 7 Celsius. That equates to 45 Fahrenheit. So still cold, but we got a lot of sunshine and blue sky. Catch you later, and have a great trip, Tom. Thanks for giving us the call. K5BWZ, K8NY.
All right, Bob, 7-3. See you later. Bye. Yes, sir. Sierra 5 Pro Whiskey, Sierra 5 Pro Whiskey, Skill 17.
Alpha 5, Golf 8, November, Oscar, Florida. You should come up with my page over here in Spain, over. X-ray.
Periodic. Dipoles for 20 up to 10 include 17 and 12, and these are 6 elements because 10 meter has 2 dipoles because of the wide range of the 10 meter.